of Prakriti. Today my topic is reflections of light. It's a physics subject. So in this topic we'll learn about what is reflection of light, spherical mirror, and image formation from spherical mirrors, representation of images formed by spherical mirrors. So before knowing all that, what is light? Light is a source of energy which makes us unable to see things. The common basic meaning of light. Then reflections of light. When a ray of light bounces back after hitting a smooth, polished or shiny surface. Example mirror. In reflections of light, there are two laws. First law is incident ray, reflected ray, and normal drawn at the point of incident all lay on the same plane. That means incident ray, reflected ray, and normal all lay on the same plane on the point of incident. So point of incident where it is. Second law says that angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection. Example, if this angle of incidence is 40 degree, this will be 50 degree because it will be 90 degree. So both adding will get 180 degree, which forms a perfect, which forms a equal reflection. So now spherical mirrors. Spherical mirrors is that mirror whose reflecting surface is a part of a hollow sphere of glass. There are two types of mirrors. One is concave and convex mirror. Concave concave mirror. A concave mirror is a mirror curved mirror where the reflecting surface is on the inner side of the curve, resembling the inside of the sphere. Uh, Concave mirror you can remember as a cave where sunlight goes inside. Here the reflecting lights come inside. From in a concave mirror, here the labeling is not there. Here M and N, that is the aperture of the mirror, that is the diameter of the diameter of the reflecting surface of the spherical mirrors of the spherical mirrors. Then here it is a point. It is a pole of it is pole of a mirror, center of the spherical mirror. Then here is the focus, which is wait. I'll come to focus later. Center of curvature. It is cent. It is a part of the mirror which forms mirror. It is the center of the mirror which forms a part of spherical mirrors. Then principal axis, the straight line is called principal axis, which is from center of curvature to pole. Next, here the uses of concave mirrors are in torch, searchlights, and vehicle headlights, and also used as shaving mirrors. Mostly, dentists use concave mirror to see large image of teeth. Next, convex mirror. A convex mirror is a curved mirror where the reflective surface curves towards diverging light rays and forming a virtual uprighting and large image. Here, the same properties come here, but the what is said that focus I'll take later. Here in convex mirror, the, the focal length principle of focus when ray light parallel to the ray of light parallel to the parallel axis when reflected seems to be coming from focus is principal axis of convex mirror. Similarly, in concave mirror, it converges at the point of axis. Then uses of convex mirror is it is used in rear view mirrors in vehicles and headlight of vehicles, etc. Image formation by spherical mirrors in convex. Uh, rays Here, the rays parallel to the principal axis. ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಕಂಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Namaste everyone. Myself Monica. Today my topic is acid, base and salt. Acid is a pure sub- Acid is a pure substance that, when dissolved water, release hydrogen ions H plus, result in a sour taste. The ability to turn blue litmus paper into red and the capacity to react with bases to react to form salt. So that that means that acid helps acid helps base to form salt, and it is a pure substance. The properties of acid are they taste sour, and the word acid comes from Latin word acre, which means sour. Acid can release hydrogen upon reaction with an active metal such as zinc and aluminium. Acid reacts with bases to form salt. Some of the common salt and some of the weak salt. Uses of uses of salt. Uses of acid. Acid have numerical use, some of which are includes it, hydrogen peroxide in stomach, fatty acids in soap making, and absorption in medicines. And bases produce hydrogen hydrogen and hydrogen and oxygen ions in a solution. Bases are proton. Bases are electron pair donors, and example of bases are listed below. Properties of bases taste bitter. Bases are slippery and soapy to touch. Bases can turn red litmus paper into blue. Bases react with acid to form salt and water. Uses of bases. Aluminium hydroxide is used to remove ink spot in clothes and to remove the grease from windows, paints. It is used in the domestic industries. Alkali are used in alkali bacteria. Generally, potassium hydroxide is used in such bacteria. Sodium hydroxide is used in manufacturing of soap. It is used in petroleum refining, in making medicines, paper, pulp, etc. It is used in making oil. And this is some of strong bases and some of weak bases. So when a hydrogen ion of an acid is replaced by a metal ion, a salt is produced. Here Sodium sulfate is a salt form. The chemical symbol for table salt is NaCl. Properties of salt. Most of salts are crystallized solid. Salts may be transport or apoc. Most of salts are soluble in water. Solutions of solid conduct electricity. Salt may Salt may be salty, sour, sweet, and bitter. Nitrile, nitrile salts are colorless. And this is clarification salt. The types are natural salt, acid salt, basic salt. And the definition of normal salt is the hydrogen ions of acid are completely replaced by metallic ions. And the example is NaCl and CuSO4. Potassium, no, potassium nitrogen. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shiva. Today's my topic is transportation, means of land transport. First type, by bus. A bus is a large self-propelled vehicle designed to carry many passengers, commonly used for public transportation or character purposes. They travel on fixed routes and are key parts of urban and intercity mobility. Bus we use in daily life. It is very important in our life. Ambulance. An ambulance is a specialized medical equipped vehicle used to transport patients, especially in emergency situations, to hospitals or other medical facilities for treatment. Train. A train is a series of connected vehicles that runs on tracks, typically pulled by a locomotive and used to transport people or goods. Metro. A metro or rapid transit system is a high capacity public transportation system often built in urban areas that uses electric railways on an exclusive right of way distance from roads or other traffic. Water transport. Cargo ship. Cargo ships are also known as freighters, are vital to global trade, transporting goods and materials across oceans ranging from all barge to huge container and bulk carries. Boat. A boat is boat is a watercraft generally. A boat is a watercraft generally smaller than a ship, used for transportation, recreation, or work on water. Propelled by various means like oars, sails, or motors. Air transport. Aeroplanes or airplanes are fixed wing aircraft that fly through the air, and enabling fast and long distance travel. They use engines and wings to generate lift and propel themselves through the air. They offer a fast and efficient way to travel long distance. Helicopter. Helicopter is a type of aircraft that uses rotating blades or rotors to generate lift and thrust, allowing it to take off and land vertically over and fly in any direction. Thank you. afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mithali. Today I'll be covering the topic photosynthesis. What is introduction to photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process that takes place in plants. It is an example for autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is a process where organisms take inorganic substances like carbon dioxide, water, and using sunlight, they prepare food. What is photosynthesis? It is a process by which autotrophs takes substances from outside and converts them into stored form of energy, also called as glucose in plants. Carbon dioxide and water is converted into carbohydrates in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Carbohydrates are used as providing energy in plants. Later, it is also stored as starch for later usage. What happens in animals? The energy derived from the food we eat is stored in the form of glycogen in humans. How does photosynthesis takes place? First step, absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Second step, con- conversion of light energy into chemical energy and splitting of water molecules takes place. Third step, reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. Example of desert plants. These steps need not to take place one after the other immediately. Example, desert plants take carbon dioxide at night and prepare food during the day by absorbing light energy. Structure of chloroplast. When we take a cross section and observe it under a microscope, we can see dot-like structures in green color, also called as chloroplast. Chlorophyll is a green pigment which helps trapping of sunlight. Needed for plant growth and development. Water filtration and storage. Soil acts as a natural filter, purifying water as it percolates through different layers. It also stores water, making it available for plant and preventing flooding. Habit, habit of organisms. Soil is a home to billions of organisms from microscopic bacteria to large creatures like earthworms which contribute to soil health and ecosystem functioning. Role in carbon and nutrient cycle. Soil plays a crucial role in global carbon sequence and the cycle of essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Factors affecting soil health. Soil erosion. The removal of rock, soil, water, wind, or tillage is one of the most significant threats to soil health. Erosion removes nutrient-rich upper layers of soil, reducing fertility and agriculture productivity. It can be activated by poor land management practices, deforestation, and climate change. Deforestation, removing forests covers cover exposes soil to direct rainfall, impact and increases runoff, leading to accidental erosion. Tree roots help bind soil particles together and their removal destabilizes soil structure. Deforestation also reduces organic matter inputs and disputes nutrient cycling process.
pollution and contamination. Industrial activities excessively of Good evening, everybody. My name is Ankush Rai. Today I'm going to speak about the topic minerals and energy resources. Minerals and energy resources. So, so what are minerals? Minerals are the inorganic substances which are made up of chemical compositions. These are usually formed due to geological events such as deposition of sediments and some chemical reactions. So, where are these minerals found? In igneous and metamorphic rocks. These are found in cracks, faults, and also in joints. So the smaller occurrences of these minerals are called veins in igneous and metamorphic rocks, and larger occurrences are called lodes. So examples of minerals found in these rocks includes copper, tin, and lead. So sedimentary rocks. In sedimentary rocks, minerals occur in the form of bed or layer. And the examples of these are sodium salt and potassium salt. Next, alluvial deposit. Alluvial deposit is formed when the rivers bring soil to the riverbed. So these often resist these minerals often resist the soil erosion. Some minerals which are found in alluvial deposits are known as gold, silver, and tin. Residual deposits. In these minerals are found by the decomposition of rocks on the surface of the earth. Next, ocean water. In ocean water, minerals are found in minerals are dissolved and found in vast number. These are usually rich in magnesium, manganese nodules. Types of minerals. First, ferrous minerals. Ferrous minerals are the minerals which contain iron in them, such as manganese, iron ore, nickel, chromite. Non-ferrous minerals. Non-ferrous minerals are the minerals which lack in iron content. So some examples are gold, silver, and titanium. Next, non-metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals usually lack in metallic properties such as limestone, mica, and quartz. Rock minerals. Rock minerals are naturally occurring in solid structure with which are made of minerals. Examples are feldspar and calcite. Conservation of minerals. Using minerals in planned and sustainable manner, technology should be developed and use the principle of three R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So, what is energy? Energy is the capacity to do work which causes a change. And the two types of energy are conventional energy and the non-conventional energy. Conventional energy refers to the non-renewable resources present on the earth, like nuclear energy, fuels, fossil fuels, coals, etc. These are found in limited amount. Non-conventional energy. Non-conventional energy are usually renewable, such as solar energy, wind energy, etc. Conservation of energy. Conservation of energy means conserving energy. So this can be done by sustainable practices and giving support to renewable energies. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sir Sarthik, and today my topic is respiration plants. Uh, Respiration in plants. Respiration occurs in all living types of cells, and plants respire and uh, release energy from glucose, and oxygen O2 is used and carbon dioxide is released. And this process occurs continuously both day and night, helping in maintaining cellular functions and helps in transport of nutrition and minerals. And there are two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Oxygen is present in it. In anaerobic respiration, oxygen is absent, and gases are exchanged in the form of respiration, and gases are not ex- not exchanged in this form of respiration, and and it can be found in cytoplasm and mitochondria, and it can be only found in mitochondria. And glucose breakdown into carbon dioxide and water, and glucose breaks down into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide and energy. All higher organisms such as mammals have this type of respiration, and lower organisms such as bacteria, yeast, and etc. Now, aerobic respiration, and it occurs in mitochondria of cells, and glycolysis. Glycolysis breaks down the glucose into preservatives, and curbs take preservative further broken down in releasing energy, and electron transport chain, and produces ATP and energy currency, and anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is occurs in plants, occurs in absence of oxygen, and produce ethanol and carbon dioxide in plants, and less energy is released compared to the aerobic respiration, and common route of water loss in plants. And respiration in plants plays in crucial for energy production, and both aerobic and anaerobic respiration occurs in plants, and understanding respiration helps in better agriculture products, and plays a vital role in life process of plants. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. So good evening, everyone. I'm Vedant to present my topic on decomposition reaction. So as we know, decomposition reaction, it is a type of reaction in which we have a single reactant which then further breaks down into two or more products. So decomposition reaction, it is a type of endothermic reaction. So we know endothermic reaction is a type of reaction in which energy is consumed, which is not exothermic. So, based on the consumption of energy, it is classified into three types, which is on heat, light, and electricity. When heat is consumed, it is known as thermal decomposition reaction. When light is consumed, it is known as photo decomposition or photolytic decomposition reaction. And when electricity is consumed, we say electrolytic decomposition reaction. So yeah, the first one, thermal decomposition reaction. Here, the energy consumed is in the form of heat. For example, when we heat calcium carbonate, which is CaCO3, it then further break down into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. And also another example is ferrous sulfate, which is FeSO4. When it decomposes, it then breaks down into ferric oxide and sulfur dioxide, and also sulfur trioxide. Then we have electrolytic decomposition reaction. So in this form of decomposition reaction, we use electricity as energy. So here, when this decomposition takes place, we also call it electrolysis. So here, I took an example of electrolysis of water. When we pass electricity by adding batteries and electrodes in water, then the ions migrate and then the water breaks down into uh, more products. So in electrolysis of water,
we need an electrolytic cell which has chemical energy in it and two electrodes. So the electrodes are then dipped into water, and when electricity is passed through them, the H plus ion, which is positive in nature, goes to anode, which is negative. So they both attract each other because they are unlike charges. Whereas on the other electrode, which is the other dot, the OH minus ions that get attracted to the positive because they are also unlike charges. So the equation for electrolysis of water is when we take 2H2O, it forms 2H2 and 2O2. Both are in gaseous state. So application of electrolytic decomposition. Electrolysis is not only done for water, it is also done for various metals and non-metals. For example, we use it for four main things. We use it for metal extraction. From AlO3, we use electrolysis and break AlO3 into aluminium and oxygen. And in gas production, we use electrolysis so that we can get hydrogen and other gases such as chlorine. And in metal purification, we use electrolysis if we have a group of impure metals and non-metals. We use electrolysis to separate all of them so that we get metals on the other hand and non-metals. We also use electroplating. So, for example, electroplating is a process in which we coat metals over another metal. Here it is used by electricity. So in brief, my presentation is about decomposition reaction, which means it breaks compound from one compound into two or more products. So it is classified into three types based on heat, light, and electricity. And electrolysis of water is electricity is used. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Everyone, my topic is human and structure and function. Introduction to human eye. The human eye is highly complex organ that enables vision by converting light into electric signals sent to brain. Vision is of navigation, communication, learning, and performing daily tasks. As the eye process light and color information from our environment, allowing to preserve the world around us. Key point, key points of the eye. Key, po- key point. Key points of the eyes. Cornea transports outer layer, the vents income light, helping to focus it as it enters the eyes. Iris, the colored part of the eye that controls the size of pupil, encouraging how much light enters. Pupil, the hole in the center of the iris which changes size to adjust the amount of light entering the eye. Lens, located behind the iris, it focuses the light onto the retina and changes the shape to the focus on the object at various distance. Retina, the innermost layer at the back of the eye where light is converted into neural signals by photocerobrate dots and cones and optic nerve transmits visual transformation from the retina to the brain for processing. How the eye works, a step-by-step process. Light enters the eyes through the cornea, which blends and focuses it, and the light passes to the pupil, which adjusts to the control the amount of light that enters, and the less focus the light onto the retina at back of the eye. On the retina, light decreases by the photorays, and the photorays converts the lights into electrical signals sent via the optic nerve to the brain, and the brain processes these signals and we process them as a visual images, and retina and the phototherapeutics capturing light. The retina acts like a film in a camera, capturing light and converting it into a electrical signals rods numbering about 120 million provides black and white visuals, and we are more sensitive in low light conditions. without detecting color, cones and numbering about 6 to 7 million, provide color visuals and responsible for sharp and detailed visions in bright light. And these are three types of cones: red, green, and blue, corresponding to different wavelengths of light rods. 120 million black and white visual low light sensitivity cones, 6 to 7 million color visions, sharp details in bright light. Fovea, central part of the retina, concentrated cones and sharpest visual. The role of the lens, focusing light for clear vision. The lens focuses the light onto the retina, enabling clear visuals. It changes the shape through a process called accommodation. When focused on a distance object, the lens flatters, and when focusing on a close object, the lens becomes on rounder, near sighted and occurs when the lens focus light in the front of the retina, making the distance object appear blurry, while when the lens focuses light behind the retina, makes those object blurry. Common eye discuss understanding the visual problems. Protecting your eyes and essential tip for eye health. Regular eye exams are essential for detecting earlier signs of eye diseases, enabling timely treatment for prevent visual loss. Wearing sunglasses protects eyes from the harmful UV rays, which can cause contacts and other eye problems. So choose sunglasses that blocks 99% to 100% of UV rays. Taking break from screens such as following the 2020 rules help reduce digital eye strains. Eating a healthy diet rich in vitamins A, C, E, support our
So today's my topic is agriculture, where it is a basic form of geography. So introduction. Agriculture plays a crucial role in the economic of the developing countries and provides the main source of food. So where agriculture provides the main plays an important role in our day-to-day life, and it provides the main sources of food. So there are the main sources of agriculture. There are some main sources of agriculture which provides in day-to-day agriculture lives. There are some examples as follows. Sources of livelihood, uh, supply of food, foreign exchange resource, sources of raw material are some example sources of agriculture. So let's discuss about this. Sources of livelihood, where agriculture is a main source of India and other countries where we are living on depending on agriculture. Supply of food. Supply of food to the country is very important. Next, foreign exchange resource. Foreign exchange resource like H5P seeds and some other seeds or some crops are exchanged from the foreign crops because they are more because they are important and they give better growth than to the Indian farmers. Sources of raw materials. Sources of raw materials are uh, sources of raw materials which are formed by nature and introduced by an Indian. Factors affecting agriculture. So there are five types. Climate, temperature and rainfall are the main factor
required to grow a particular crop. So where the climate plays an important role to grow the crop or any plant. So temperature and rainfall are the main factors in the agriculture field. This is the formation of plant. This is an example where one example I have to. Next, soil. The requirement to differs from crop to crop. So where we need different for different crops, we need a different soil to grow better. Topography. All the crops are not grown on similar time. So where all the crops are not grown, some crops may grow on different seasons. Growing season. Some crops may grow in different season like cotton needs 200 days. Growing season is nothing but the which time the crops need. The main crop season of India. There are three seasons: Rabi season, Rabi season, Zaid season. So these three are the main seasons in India. Types of agriculture. First, subsistence, private farming, and shifting farming. These two are the main farming substance. Next, commercial, extensive farming, intensive farming, and plantation farming. So in the commercial farming, there are three extensive farmings. Organic, where in commercial farming, extensive farming, intensive farming, plantation, and mixed farming, there are four types. In organic, where it grows a natural. Thank you.